we're diving deep into a conflict on the Pakistan-Afghanistan border. Now, you might think it's all about bullets and bombs, but our source material reveals a whole other weapon is in play, a piece of digital evidence that could change everything. Let's break it all down. So right off the bat, our source for this, a video from the Tariq Pahan Science Academy channel, hits us with this pretty dramatic claim. It really sets the stage for a conflict that's supposedly heating up fast and grabbing headlines everywhere. Okay, so let's start with what's happening on the ground. The source paints a picture of a frontier that is, well, quite literally on fire. We're talking active military engagements that are making the whole situation incredibly volatile. What we're looking at here, according to the source, isn't just a minor skirmish. It's described as a full-blown military operation. It's claimed that after some initial attacks from Afghanistan, Pakistan hit back, and hit back hard, using heavy artillery and even its air force for strikes inside Afghanistan. The result? Border posts were attacked, there was significant damage, and tragically heavy losses were reported on both sides. This is a serious military exchange with very real consequences for everyone caught in the middle. And this is where it gets really interesting. The source points out that this fight isn't just being fought with conventional weapons. Nope, it's also happening in the information space. A single video clip has surfaced that seems to bring a powerful new player into this already explosive mix. So you gotta ask, right? What is really feeding this fire? Is it just what's happening on the ground? Or is there something else going on behind the scenes? And this is the video at the center of the whole thing. It appears to show Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi declaring Afghanistan a key strategic partner and even promising a special financial package. Now, given the border clashes, the implication here is massive. It looks like India is openly siding with Afghanistan against Pakistan. Okay, but hold on, because this is where the story takes a really sharp turn. The source brings up a powerful counterclaim that makes you question the very reality of this key piece of evidence. And this is really the pivot point of the entire story. The source is basically telling us to stop and question what we've just seen. Is this video the smoking gun? Or is it something else entirely? And here it is, the big reveal from the source. That video of Prime Minister Modi? It's a total fake, a complete fabrication, apparently made using artificial intelligence. The argument is that this wasn't a real political statement at all, but a piece of digital disinformation cooked up to pour gasoline on an already raging fire. Look, the point here isn't just, oh, a fake video. The source is arguing this is a textbook case of information warfare. It's presented as a calculated move designed to manipulate how people think and to crank up the tension by making it seem like a powerful new alliance has formed. So why would someone go to all this trouble? Well, to get that, the source tells us we need to zoom out, way out, and look at the whole geopolitical chessboard where this game is being played. See, what we're told is that the fighting between Pakistan and Afghanistan isn't really just about Pakistan and Afghanistan. It's being described as a kind of proxy battleground, influenced by this whole web of regional and global powers, and they all have their own skin in the game. This table really lays out that whole web of interests. The source alleges that India, with backing from Israel, is supporting Afghanistan as a way to put pressure on Pakistan. On the other side, you've got Pakistan's major ally, China, working to counter that US and Indian influence. The US withdrawal, of course, left a big power vacuum that made all of this even more intense. Meanwhile, countries like Saudi Arabia and Turkey are kind of waiting in the wings as potential mediators. So, what on earth does all this mean for how wars are fought? Well, the source argues that we're basically seeing the new rules of war play out right in front of our eyes. All right, so let's boil this all down. What are the big takeaways here, according to the source? First, modern conflicts are hybrid. They're fought on physical battlefields and digital ones. Second, AI isn't science fiction anymore. It's a very real tool for propaganda. Third, these local conflicts are often just symptoms of much larger global power struggles. And finally, and maybe most importantly, in this new age, being able to figure out what's real and what's not is absolutely critical. And that leaves us with a pretty chilling thought, doesn't it? If a few lines of code can whip up a video that can escalate a real-world conflict between nations, you have to ask yourself, what does the next battlefield even look like? And how will any of us know what's real?